Good evening, friends. Welcome to our Patreon Live sharing class. It's my pleasure to be able to share with everyone here again. I hope everyone are able to understand and able to pick up the knowledge I share and also able to put it into practice and help everyone to make a fruitful profit. Today, I want to share a trading technique with everyone, which I think is very important for everyone to know how to use this technique. I have mentioned a lot of times when I share individual stocks with everyone. So friends, please stay with me throughout the class to find out more details. I will also continue to share more profitable, high quality stocks, market analysis, trading tactics, and guide everyone to a brighter future. Thank you once again for everyone's support. Okay, friends, let's take a look at the contents for today. Okay, we have 6 topics. Okay, let's move on to the overall stock market situation. We start off with Nifty. Today, driven by the secondary stock market, the index opened lower, but then fluctuated and rose steadily. In the last hour before closing, some buy orders enter and ultimately close above the MA10, forming a bottom and rebound trend. Okay? You can see over here and here. Okay? Whether it's yesterday's sharp decline or today's bottom and rebound, the trading volume is actually shrinking. You can see from here to here. The trading volume corresponding to the candlestick chart on the 15th of this month is very standard. When the price is at high level and the trading volume shrinks, it indicates that both buyers and sellers temporarily have no further intention of advancing. And it is best to oscillate within a certain price range. From a technical perspective, today's low point will be an important reference position in the near future. As long as today's low point is not broken, it is possible to form an upward oscillation channel. After the sharp price drop yesterday, I remember that I told everyone not to rush to sell stocks because of the sharp decline. In fact, a sharp decline in a normal trend is a good thing, because there will definitely be a rebound after a sharp decline. So, didn't we see a rebound today? Regarding position management, if the number of stocks you guys are holding makes you feel very uneasy, then you should sell some stocks during the market rebound, or sell parts of the stocks until you can calmly accept the market fluctuation. In addition to the reasons just mentioned, another reason is that if the index price oscillates at a high level in the future, isn't it an excellent strategy to sell on rallies? Let's move on to the next, will be Sensex. Let's take another look at the Sensex index, which shows a similar trend to Nifty. Today, the opening price of Sensex index was the lowest, indicating a continuous rise from the opening, which was maintained until the market closed. Similarly, today low point will be an important reference for the recent trading days. From a technical perspective, there won't be a significant decline at the daily level. If you actually recall the discussion about the weekly candlestick chart, you guys should have remember that there are two significant upward candlesticks at the weekly chart. These two candlesticks which are very difficult to reverse. Furthermore, it's already Thursday, and everyone should remember that after the second last trading day of each month and after the end of each Thursday, the weekly and the monthly trends are almost complete. Meaning, there won't be much changes. Today I didn't capture the weekly chart here, so if you guys want to take a look, you can actually check out on your own. There isn't any particular significant movement tomorrow. Will there be any significant change in the weekly candlesticks chart? The answer is no. The chart only will shows oscillation. Therefore, for recent market trend and even for next week, it is likely to be dominated by oscillation. Okay, let's move on. Microanalysis. Okay. The Reserve Bank of India, which is RBI, stated in the latest announcement on Wednesday that it has not yet set a long-term target for keeping the inflation rate consistent with the 4% target, as failing to do so could endanger economic growth. According to the Economic Times, the RBI, State of the Reserve Bank of India, report stated, in real time, inflation is damaging discretionary consumer spending, which in turn is impeding the revenue growth and capital expenditure of manufacturing firms. Can you see or hear anything? In fact, for ordinary people, they only feel about inflation is whether the price have risen, whether the money in hand has depreciated, which is referring to the purchasing power of your cash has decreased. This is how normal, ordinary people feel about inflation. So, what role does inflation plays? At the national economic level, this data is very important because high inflation harms consumer interest, but it is beneficial for economic growth. Conversely, if inflation is too low, it is not conducive to the economic development. Therefore, the Reserve Bank of India is currently in a dilemma. This data is advantageous for the future of our stock market because once inflation is controlled at 4%, the Reserve Bank of India will cut interest rate or implement a more accommodative monetary policy. And once the central banks cut interest rate, it will have the most direct positive impact on the stock market. Do you still remember the recent decision on US Federal Reserve interest rate? Did it directly drive a significant rise in the stock market? Okay, think about it. Okay, classical tactics. Okay, before I start talking about this topic, I have shared a lot of contents about the limit up, limit up stocks, or you can also refer it as a UC limit in my previous classes. When we are learning a new technique, the ultimate requirement is not just understanding and knowing, practical trading experience holds significant importance in the realm of stock trading. If you really want to master this using this method, it will require a long period of learning and self-study. Yesterday, some friends already traded UC limits stocks and make profit this morning. We exited with a 10% profit today. This is also the advantage of our Petron Ventures Asset Management account. Of course, in order to ensure everyone's sustained and steady profit, we lead everyone to trade limit up stocks, or you can call it UC limit stocks. This can also consider as a reward from Petron Ventures to everyone. Congratulations to all friends who participate in the trading and gain profits. This is the first profit gained during this event period, so congrats once again. Of course, we should never miss any trading opportunities. Friends, today we have achieved 10% profit. As for the profit obtained from the trading with interest-free funds, okay, they can be withdrawn after 27 December. In the future, as long as the timing is right and opportunity is appropriate, we will continue to trade UC limit stocks with everyone. I hope that friends can gain more profits. Today we embark on a new learning. I will previously share some contents about the MACD indicator. Although I always select the most essential and classic content to share with everyone each time. Starting today, I will be sharing the MACD indicator with everyone. Okay, regarding the MACD, there's a lot of related contents, so it is not possible for me to cover everything today. Therefore, I will continue to share more MACD related contents in my next few classes. I hope everyone can take some time off to participate in our live classes for learning benefits. So if you guys are interested in learning more and improving your stock trading knowledge, please attend my class. Okay? As for the stocks we recommend to everyone, my team and I will continue to track all the stocks have recommended to everyone. So please rest assured, I will analyze it one by one for you in a moment. Okay, let's continue with the introduction of the MACD. I have previously shared some methods and techniques about MACD with everyone, and lately many friends have actually dropped me a private message asking me to talk more about the concept of this indicator. In fact, the MACD indicator plays a very special role in technical analysis and can be said to be indispensable part of learning stock techniques analysis. Firstly, the MACD indicator is the most effective technical indicator by historical trends and is also the most widely used indicator. Many experienced traders learn about the MACD indicator at the start of when they started enter the market, then gradually abandon this technique. However, after a period of study and comparison, especially for those practical experience, they eventually return to use the MACD. This is just a brief introduction. I'll give you more details. Let's move on. Okay, for this graph represents the standard MACD indicator, okay, also known as the moving average convergence divergence indicator. Its main purpose is to track stock price trends, and it is a commonly used indicator in stock trading software. Actually, almost all software have it. Often referred as a king of indicator. The MACD indicator consists of DIF line, DEA line, histogram, and zero axis. Okay, I actually note down here. These two lines is a DIF and DEA. Zero axis is which you can see the dotted line here. Okay. Histogram is the one that is in red and green. Okay. Okay. Investors use these three lines and one axis to analyze stock through methods used as a cross, divergence, breakthrough, support, and resistance. In fact, due to the widespread of application of this indicator, it is one of the most effective and practical indicator that has been historically tested. Okay? In the field of technical analysis, MACD is known as the king of indicator, and its core effects includes three aspects: trend identification. Okay, for this function is used to identify trends. We often say follow the trend. I believe some of you guys will hear this term. People will say follow the trend, follow the trend. But you have to able to identify the trend first before you can follow. Am I right? Okay, number two. Analysis of long and short conditions. Although there is a volume indicator to assist us in analysis, these two indicators focus on two different aspects, which will be shared in more details later. Number three, prediction of buying and selling points. This is very intuitive because when you are trading stocks, even if you have chosen a certain stock, when you actually start buying, you also hope to buy the stock at the most advantageous position, because this means higher safety and greater profit potential. Regarding this point, these 3 points may seem a bit confusing or difficult, but it's okay. Next, I will explain them using graphical methods. Okay, first, let's look at the first utility of MACD. Trend identification. Trend identification is the primary function of the MACD indicator. So, it's sensitive to stock price movement. It's lower than the moving average. However, this strengthens its role in judging the overall trend of the stock price movement. Riding the trend is a fundamental concept. It's all trend investment and mutual trading. Therefore, recognizing the trend in which the stock is operating and accurately grasping it is a key ability that every investor should possess. In general, the following situation indicates that the price is in or about to enter an uptrend. The MACD indicator shows a golden cross above a zero axis, and then the fast line DIF remains consistent above the slow line DEA, okay, which is here. You see, the MACD indicator shows a bullish divergence at the low, meaning the stock price continues to set new lows while the low points of the MACD indicators are getting higher. Okay, see? The two lines of the MACD indicator tilt upwards to the right, and the MACD histogram become longer. The pullback into the low points gets higher each time. You can pay attention to the sharp in the chart, which is exactly what we had discussed earlier. Okay. For this chart, long and short condition, it is well known that the rise or fall of stock price is a result of the struggle between bulls and bears. If the bulls take the lead, the stock price rises. If the bears take the lead, the stock price falls. Neither side can remain in a strong leadership position indefinitely. And when one side strength weakens, the other side may seize the opportunity to take control of the stock price. If investors can accurately grasp the changes in the balance of the power between bulls and bears, they can be more accurately predict the trend of the future stock price. The zero axis, okay, which here, zero axis, and the bar chart in the MACD indicator are a relatively effective tool for judging changes in the balance of power between the bulls and the bear. Okay, as shown in the chart at point 1, okay, over here, the stock price began to rise after reaching a periodic low. Okay, which is here. At the same time, the MACD indicator bar chart was below the zero axis, indicating that the bears still has the advantage. Subsequently, as the stock price rose and fell, the MACD bar chart gradually shortened. You can see the bar here getting shorter and shorter. Okay? At this point, the MACD bar chart rose from below the axis to above it, which is at point number 2. Okay? Start from here. It indicating that the bulls has taken the lead, and the probability of future stocks prices increase was very high. In the MACD indicator, the zero axis is dividing lines between the strength and the weakness of the bulls and bears. Under normal circumstances, the following situation indicates that the balance of power between bulls and bears is about to change. First, the MACD bar. The chart turns from red to green. Okay? As I show you, red to green. Rising above, from below of the zero axis to above it. Indicating a shift from bearish to bullish. This is shown at point number 2 in the chart, okay, which I just now pointed to you. Second, when the MACD bar chart is below the zero axis, the chart no longer lengthened but began to gradually shorten, indicating the bears, although still dominates, are weakening in strength. Thirdly, when the MACD bar chart is above the zero axis, the chart no longer lengthened but began to gradually shorten, indicating that the bulls, although still dominating, but also weakening in strength. Okay. Okay. For next chart, prediction of buying and selling. So you all should ask when should buy or when to sell. Okay, friends, you should be very familiar with the circle part. Okay, this part. Okay, we have actually in the past few classes or during my sharing, I have always been saying about this. Okay. Yes, we have been learning about it. Okay. Like other technical indicators, finding the best buying and selling points for stocks is one of the main functions of the MACD indicator. Because of the MACD indicator, it's calculated smoothly based on the moving average. The buy or sell signals are relatively lagging compared to the moving average system. But it also filters out a larger number of ineffective signals. Because of this, the MACD indicator is mostly used to judge the buying and selling points of the stock price swing, rather than the ultra short-term buying and selling points. As the diagram shows at point number 1, okay, which is here. After a period of oxidation, the stock price began to rise. At this time, the fast line, which is the DIF of the MACD indicator, crossed the slow line, which is the DEA, from bottom to top. Okay, you can see from bottom it cross over. Okay, forming this word we often use also, a golden cross above the zero axis. This is fairly typical buying signal. Okay. Okay, alright. That is for tonight's discussion about the MACD indicator. As I mentioned earlier, MACD is the king of indicators. So there is still much more for us to explore from this indicator. Due to time constraint, we will share more on this topic in next class. Okay, let's move on the next topic. Zurich law of speculation. Okay, a few days ago, we studied some contents related to the Wall Street Quartz. Okay, some friends like it, while others thought that these aspects were too distant from us. But in fact, it's not that case. Today we will study the content related to Zurich law of speculation, which is also relevant to our trading. In fact, it doesn't matter where the methods or experience come from, as long as they can help our trading, we can learn from them. Okay? Sharing this content with everyone is simply hoping that we can improve ourselves quickly so that we can grasp more profit opportunities in the market and achieve rapid growth of our personal wealth. Without further ado, let's continue. Okay? Okay, take profit as early as possible. This principle mainly requires everyone to control their greed. This is human nature. Okay? When trading stocks, greed can manifest as reluctant to sell when the stock price continues to rise because of fear of regret. This means being afraid that after selling the stock, it will continue to rise. Indeed, everyone has such an experience, sometimes causing frustration or even affecting one's peace of mind. However, there is a popular saying in the stock market. After selling the stock, don't be concerned about its price fluctuation. The operating principle is that after a period of time in trading stocks, regardless of profit or loss, when you feel it's time to sell, force yourself to do it. And then let yourself relax and stop caring about the stock market. Of course, this principle may not be applicable to us or to anyone. Because in the India bull market, it's a bull market. We cannot sell all the stocks while we are holding. At most, after selling the stock, we no longer need to focus or observe the stock that was sold for a short period of time. Okay? As for how to decide the timing of taking profits, the usual practice is to predetermine the profit target and exit as soon as the target is reached. This principle is telling you to sell before the stock price reaches its peak. Remember, do not expect luck to be always shining brightly on you. Okay? Since the stock market game did not set a starting or ending point, everything depends on your own decision. Making your own judgment when the predetermined target has reached, exit immediately. Even if the stock price continues to rise after exiting, suppress your greed. Do not let victory cloud your judgments. And do not buy the stock again. Okay? As I say, the principle may not apply to everyone, but that's okay. That's how learning works. If it suits us, we learn. If our method doesn't fit, we let it go. This is a learning method in itself. Next, let's look at this law, which tells us that human behavior is unpredictable. This applies to all financial markets, including the stock market, which cannot be accurately predicted in the long term. It is important to note that it is completely different from our usual market judgments when trading. Our usual predictions are made to better serve us in our trades, to address the practical issues in our trading strategy, such as what to do when the market rises or falls. However, we do not need more accurate predictions. It is trying to convey the message that we should not trust anyone's predictions, nor should we base on our stock speculation on them. In the long run, this will not be effective. The game of money is purely within the realm of human behavior and cannot completely predicted. The advice of professionals is that fluctuation of prices on the market is always the most accurate reference. It is the best to quickly react to the facts that and decide on the course of action. Therefore, the correct attitude is to say, I have reason to believe that doing this will be successful, rather than based on the analyst's prediction, I think doing this will definitely be successful. Okay, these two sentences has the difference. Think about it. Okay, I have a reason to believe that doing this will be successful. Okay, and based on the analyst's prediction, I think doing this will definitely be successful. Okay, let's move on to stock analysts. Okay, it's time for us to share the stocks update. Okay. In the past 2 days, especially yesterday, the stock market experienced a significant adjustment, affecting the performance of many stocks. Once again, I want to emphasize that regardless of whether the stock price rise or fall, as long as it's a stock we recommend, we will continue to track and observe it for everyone. Pentron Ventures has always been committed to serving our members in the Indian market, and we will track all recommended stocks until the end. Therefore, we have gained the trust and support of our members and friends, and I would like to say a thank you to everyone once again. Let's move on to the individual stocks. Let's see. We'll start off with Saregama. Okay, Saregama. Next, we will. Okay, in additional, due to the significant decline in the index yesterday, the vast majority of the individual stocks will follow, regardless of whether they are high quality stocks. Only a few stocks can rise against the index. Okay, now let's take a look at Saregama. This company is the most famous audio entertainment company in India subcontinent and has good management. We won't repeat specific economic data today. Instead, let's take a look at technical chart. Okay, let's jump to the chart. Okay, since the chart booked through the trend line on the 17th last month, it has declared the end of the previous downtrend and is about to begin a new trend. If we look at the trading volume, we will find that although the price has fallen slightly recently, the trading volume is not large, indicating that there is not much selling pressures. Currently, is that in this process of oscillating and bottoming out, so everyone should actually hold this stock patiently. Okay, we are aiming for the rebound if well. Okay. For the next stock, Adani is a leading trading company engaged in trading of electricity, coal, and agricultural products, as well as manufacturing of solar components and batteries. Technically, following a decline in the previous trading day, there was also a downturn after today's open. However, it is noted that today's low point is the same as the previous high point, indicating that the previous high point will become a technical level support. After probing the support level today, there was a rebound. Okay. Since the high point on the 6th of this month, it has been a downward ABC structure. If you guys still remember what is ABC, okay? Adjusting until today, once the ABC structure is confirmed, the next step is an upward trend. Currently, the technical support below seems to be relatively strong, formed by a horizontal trend consisting of two high points. This support line has been formed for a long time and should be difficult to break. As for whether this company is a good company, I think it goes without saying. Just be patient with it. Okay? Just continue to hold and be patient. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, we'll be touching on Kota Bank. Kota Bank, the company engaged is in commercial banking, investment banking, stock brokerage, car finance, and asset management and life insurance. The company business perform is excellent, with all economical indicators steady increase. From the chart, we can see that although the stock fell with the market yesterday, it rose directly today, recovering all the losses from the previous trading day. Okay, so today they are very strong. From the chart, there is a pullback after the breakthrough. If it were not for the influence of the index yesterday, the pullback would not have been so deep. Therefore, after yesterday's decline, the stock quickly rose today to recover the losses. Okay. In fact, the current stock price can still be considered low, and according to our recommended stock price, there is still profit, although it's not really a big profit. Okay. The fact is that the stock, because of the stock fell yesterday and rose strongly today from a low position, indicates its strength and resilience. As for future strategies, holding the stock is recommended. If there is any opportunity or the price point to take profit, we will inform everyone. So please wait patiently and just continue to hold for this stock first. Okay, the next stock we'll be talking about Infosys. Infosys Limited is a global technology service company that defines, design, and delivers business solutions based on information technology, which is IT, for its clients. The company is a leading provider of consulting, technologies, outsourcing, and next-generation digital services, assisting clients in formulating and executing digital transformation strategies. It is the second largest software exporter in India, with a strong financial performance as evidenced by the continuous growth in the operating income and net profit over the several years. The substantial growth affects the company's stable business strategy and management team. We bought this well for a long-term development. From a technical standpoint, the significant downward adjustment was a result of the sharp drop in the index in the previous trading day. But the stock has been steadily rising after opening low today. It is important to note that there are currently two technical supports in the chart. A horizontal support and a uptrend support. Okay. The low point of today also reached the intersections of the two support lines. Regarding the current price decline, regardless of the reason or whether it's due to the index adjustment, it is essentially a pullback confirmation after the upwards breakthrough. Only after this action is completed can the next upward movement unfold. As for the current holdings of these stocks, our recommendation remains the same. Okay, continue to hold. Furthermore, a good company is not afraid of technical adjustments, okay, during this holding process. No worries on that. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, for the next topic. Okay, as most of you knows that we have an event going on, which is the contest of the Asia Pacific headquarters. I will not go into details about this event, but I would like highly appreciate if you could give me and my team your full support. Every support from you all is very, very precious to us. Okay, my team and I will continue to do our best to serve everyone and help everyone to achieve the highest profit in Indian market. Okay. Okay, as for the rules of this event, I also will not go through every details again. But there are a few points that I would like everyone to take note on because I feel that it's very important. For those who haven't opened an institutional Pantron Ventures asset management account, friends who open for the first time will be granted a random interest-free trading funds, okay, ranging from 10,000 to 50,000 rupees. These interest-free trading funds can be used from 20 December to 27 December 2023 until 2359, okay, 23 hours 59 minutes, and will be fully retrieved on the 28th of December. The interest-free trading funds cannot be withdrawn, but any profit obtained from the trading will be owned by the supported investors and can be withdrawn after the 27th of December. Okay? To ensure profitability, all trades during this event will be uniformly guided by Pantron Ventures traders to ensure accuracy. Okay? Okay, for those who haven't registered and is interested, please look for my assistant, and your support is greatly appreciated. Jahi! Okay, thank you very much. Okay, friends, today our live sharing class will end here. Thank you very much for your strong support. And since it's a long weekend for this week, and Christmas is on coming Monday, therefore our next class will be on Tuesday, 26th December 2023 at 8 p.m. I hope to see everyone here in again. In advance, I am and team would like to wish everyone Merry Christmas and wish everyone that your wishes will come true. Thank you once again for your support and good night.